What the flux is going on? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Target Zone Talks. We're just going to do a little video now because there's so much information to get through. We have several interviews, which I'll do in a later stream. I'm going to probably do them on Monday, bring on a panel to discuss the interviews. But Doctor Who Flux, BBC press office have dropped some information and some photographs on the upcoming series Doctor Who Flux. Now, what I'm going to do for this video is just show you the photographs, and then on Monday, when I have a bit of time, because there's 4 or 5 interviews that were done with the cast and the crew, and there's so much information there that if I was to stay on tonight, I'll be here for a few hours. So what we'll do is I'll just show you the photographs and stuff like that, and then we will do the interviews. We'll do the interviews that have been done on Monday. So at 12 p.m. or 12:01, 12 midnight, whatever you want to call it, BBC Doctor Who Flux dropped something, but I'm not going to the official Flux page because BBC Studios, I should say, sorry, BBC Press Office has dropped some interviews, but in these interviews there is some embargoed photographs which I am going to show you. So as I said, I'm just going to show you the what you call it, the photographs. But I will read the top of this article. I won't be, as I said, the interviews, I will do them on Monday because there's so much here. So we're going to cut this the current into 2 videos. So, this is a quote from Jodie Whittaker. It's bigger and better than ever. It's my final full series. There will be questions asked. There will be answers. There will be exclamation marks and huge exclamation marks. And I think that in itself will pique your interest and pique your curiosity, says Jodie Whittaker. Packed with action, humor, terrifying new villains, and iconic returning monsters, such as the Santarans and Weeping Angels, the new series of Doctor Who tells one story across a vast canvas. It features a host of acclaimed British acting talent, including Rashina Sandel, Annabelle Scully, Craig Parkinson, Kevin McNally, Sam Spruill, Robert Bathurst, and Steve Oram, and Theda Graham. From Liverpool to the depths of space via the Crimean War and a planet named Atropos, which shouldn't even exist. So we're being introduced to a new planet that shouldn't exist. Fighting old foes and creatures from beyond our dimension, the Doctor and company face a race against and through time to uncover a universe-spanning mystery. What is Flux? So already, just to say, Chris Chibnall has gone back on what he said in an interview when the Time This Child thing had dropped. He had said that Ruth, as Doctor, was not from a parallel universe, but yeah, we're talking about other dimensions and stuff already. So has he actually done a U-turn? So the contents here, as you can see, is an interview with John Bishop, Mandip Gill, Jodie Whittaker, Jacob Anderson, Chris Chibnall, Matt Stevens, and we have a few photographs of the guest actors that are going to be there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interviews to go through on Monday, which I will. So what we're going to do is forget about the interviews. As I said, we'll go through them on Monday. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go, because I've already looked at this article and breezed through it a little bit. I'm going to show you some of the guest actors, the embargoed photographs that were put out. Now, only 4 have been put up on the BBC Flux. So you go in here and you get more. So we got guest actor there. So we got Craig Parkinson there. We got this young lady here. We got another photograph. They're always just like they're always boring and mundane photographs, aren't they? There's nothing really, maybe that's some Gallifreyan art there. Just speculating. Don't know what there is. He could be some sort of scientist there. There's a chair with some headgear on that. Could be electric shock therapy happening there. Now, this photograph interests me quite a lot. For the simple reason, Nicholas Courtney, who played the Brigadier, but in his later years, he looked like this. And I'm just speculating here, because when I seen this photograph, the first thing that popped into my head was, is this actually the Brigadier? Because it looks similar. Just saying. Great actress. She always has a bit of a sour face on her, though. There's another photograph there. They're just random photographs. Like, there's nothing... Like, there's not even any deed in some of them. There's nothing there to really kind of, you see a photograph and you can come up with some theories. Like, we've got this soldier. That's obviously Jordan, the very first couple of stories. There's another one. Nice shot of the TARDIS there. I do like the exterior. I've always liked the exterior of Whittaker's TARDIS, I have to be honest. There's another photograph there again, no detail. There's a woman just standing in the field there, no detail. So they're the photographs that they've released, and there is, a synopsis as well, which will be, in the interviews. They talk a little bit about it. So as I said, we will get into these interviews on Monday, because there is a lot. Be interesting to see what Jodie has to say, what Chris Chibnall, Matt Strevens has to say. As for the other 2, Jacob Anderson and John Bishop and Mandip Gill, I don't really care what they have to say, but we will go through their interviews. But I'm more interested in what Jodie and Chris Chibnall actually have to say. Quite interesting. And what I'll do is I'll leave that link in this video if you want to go and check out the interviews yourselves and talk about it. So you will know what we're going to be talking about. So when we do these on Monday, you will have some sort of clue of what's going on. And TV Zone magazine was the one that alerted everybody that this was going to happen. So well done to them. But very, very interesting. I have breezed through some of the stuff. So there's a couple of quotes here, so I'll just read these. There's a couple of quotes that this BBC press office threw up. So I might as well, these are quotes from the interviews, but we might as well just do the quotes just to set up for when we do the interviews. So John Bishop said, as a life experience is one of the best things that I've done. I've managed to get into this world of show business. I genuinely feel I've learned a lot, and I genuinely feel I've made good friends. And I didn't think that I'd come away with that, says John Bishop. That's nice. So the Plank says, no matter how many adventures she goes on, she will always need the Doctor. Manip Gill on Doctor Who Flux's Yaz. Oh, she's talking about her own character. Okay, of course you're talking about your own character. Why? Yeah. Let's see. So BBC Press Office, Doctor Who Flux, all drop this stuff within minutes of each other. She can be seen to be taking charge in adventures without the Doctor, but naturally at times is out of her depth and asks herself, what would the Doctor do? That's Manip Gill shares her thoughts on Yaz's journey. Yaz hasn't had a journey on Doctor Who. I don't know where she's getting that from. Seriously. There's another photo. When was that? 34 minutes ago. So this is the individual interviews that they've put up. And as I said, we will go into them on Monday. But very, very interesting. So we get a new planet that shouldn't exist. And as we already know, the Sontarans, which I broke on this channel, are back. We got some weeping angels as well to be tied into this story. I will say this. There's a lot of people out there that are negative, and I don't blame them, because the last 2 seasons have been a rubbish dump. But I have to say, what I'm hearing so far from this Doctor Who Flux, it does seem interesting. I'm not saying I'm going to like what they're going to do, but there is some interesting stuff going on. And I think the Series 13 watch-alongs are going to be very interesting. And it's going to be very interesting to see, because what I've been told is that this is probably some of Chris Chibnall's best writing. Now, obviously, people are going to doubt me because we have looked at his past, and let's be honest, it hasn't been great. But I have heard that this is some of the best writing that he's produced for this show. And that, as I said, it'd be, in my opinion, it wouldn't be a bad thing if he did go out on a high, because it means then the show would be obviously on a bit of a high before RTD takes over. And we want this show to be in the healthiest state that it can be for when he does take over RTD. So, I'm hoping that Doctor Who Flux does turn out to be good and doesn't turn out to be a pile of shite. But, as I said, we will have to wait and see. But the stuff that's coming out, very interesting, very interesting. And I did see a few quotes in the Chibnall interview when I was having a look. And again, he's doing this whole thing, he mentions about the Raveners, right? Or the Raveners, Raveners or Raveners, wherever they're called, right? And he was asked about them. Who are they? And he says, it's someone that knows the Doctor, right? But I've said too much. It's stuff like that infuriates me with Chris Chibnall, because he thinks that he's giving something away there. And he's not. He's given us absolutely nothing. And this is what this man has done all the way through, including the team that's behind promoting this. They've been very sparse. And it's always photographs. We get little teasers, and then we get a trailer that people will argue isn't a trailer, but I would say it is a trailer. But again, we all have different opinions on that. But again, Chris Chibnall and his team haven't delivered when it's come to the promotion of this. And again, 12 midnight is a bit of a weird time to be dropping this in the UK. I can understand maybe this is aimed towards more the American market, which again annoys me. If you're going to do an embargoed or an exclusive like that, you should put it at a time. 9 p.m. probably would have been a better time, or 8 p.m. when people in the UK and Ireland are still awake and can actually react live to this, because we know our American audiences, they're a good few hours behind us. So they'll be able to react to this live and stuff. And I just think it's wrong. And that's one thing they need to sort out during the RTD era, in my opinion. If you're going to give exclusives, you give them to everybody. You put them on at a time where it'll reach the American audience as well as the people on this side of the pond. That would be me only. That would be a criticism that I have of this era. And Stephen Moffat did the same. Stephen Moffat did the same as well. Always exclusives for the Americans, and I'm sick of all of that. It's a British show. The British people, right, and people on this side of the pond. In fairness, if you're going to do exclusives, they should be the one. But the way I look at it is, if you're going to have an exclusive, it should be all for all the fandom anyway. There shouldn't be any barriers in the way. So I can't understand why this couldn't have been released at 7, 8, 9 o'clock UK time, and then it's mid-afternoon or the afternoon in some parts of America. I just don't get it. But as I said, we will be doing those interviews on Monday. If you want to join part of those panels for those interviews, let me know in the comment section below. I will put the link to all of those interviews in the link description, so you can go and read them yourself. So if you are coming on the panel, you can read the interviews, and then you'll be able to give your points of view. When I'm reading out the interviews, then you can add your own opinion. Right, you can all flux off. I will see you all soon. I have to say, I am a little bit nervous. You know, we're a week away now. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I am interested to see how this series pans out. For the sake of Doctor Who, I hope Chris Chibnall has delivered his best writing, because I want this show to be in a better state than what it's in right now for when RTD takes over. So his job, as we already know, is already impossible, but let's not make it too impossible. So I like all fans, I'm hoping that he can pull a rabbit out of the hat and actually produce some of his best writing for Doctor Who. Right, I'll see you soon. Join me tomorrow for obviously a new Who Zone, and then on Monday we will be we'll be deep diving into all of these interviews. So flux off. I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.